Hey guys, it's your girl Meera and Min, and we are coming in hot today because I did not get the Britney book in my hands today. You did it on Audible, and honestly, it was like annoying to get the book today, but I'm getting it tomorrow. It is on hold for me. But shout out to Steven who read that book in a few hours. It's the first book he's read in a long time from cover to cover. Min, you got the Audible. What
Yeah.
do you think? Actually, he got the Audible too, he's saying,
Okay.
because he couldn't wait. And I totally understand.
I have not listened to it. It is very difficult to listen to an audiobook and edit podcasts.
You only
Unfortunately,
have
it is
two
what it
ears,
is.
girl.
Right. It is what it is. Listen, first of all, let's talk about social media like blowing up. Like, oh, everybody and their mother is invested in this story. I don't know a single person who isn't. What is going on? One and two, I won't lie to you. I want to see up to the part about Justin Timberlake.
Hey, I sent
You
Min
already know what I'm talking about because you sent me the picture.
I sent Min a screenshot because while the internet is crazy, TikTok's even better. And so there was an influencer that did a reaction to an excerpt from the book, and it literally says, "Okay, I'm ready. Put it in." I said, and he replied, "It is already in. My world collapsed." What?
I'm really,
I
a
can't
part of me
believe.
wants to be like, maybe it's not what we think it's about, but what could it
No,
be
Justin is
about?
the one that said his world collapsed. What does that mean? I need to read this book. I'm mad that I don't have the books in my hands. Y'all know I was running to the bookstore today, and I did, but ended up having to do a bunch of things. And said bookstore that I went to did not have the book. And I went to the library today and I reserved it. So I will be getting it tomorrow. I have to go to the library. You know, I want to buy that book. I want to give bitch my money.
Yeah, I know.
You don't get my money.
I
But
want to buy the book too. I honestly I was in the same boat. I was like, at least I'll download it on Audible. I really want to listen to it on Audible, mostly
well,
because you know that I can read a story. I have a
you
hard
know, you
time
only
reading
want to read it for
biography.
the sexy parts.
I really do. I want to know what's up. Dude, I have so many questions. Also, okay, so one, there was that excerpt, but the other excerpt that I'm talking about too is she goes apparently into pretty graphic, not graphic, but she goes into detail about her abortion.
Okay. It's not like he took a hanger and did it. I don't know why
No,
people
she
are...
took pills.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
and she talks about excruciating pain on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, that's normal. That's what happens.
Of course, absolutely. I guess my question though is I know you guys wanted to cover it up, but I feel like fuck. Justin feels very manipulative. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Maybe it's because I'm a little protective.
What are you
Maybe
talking about? You know how many girls go through this stuff every day with their boyfriends and they don't get canceled? I'm not defending Justin. I'm just saying, let's call it what it is. They were young. Every single young guy don't want a kid, and young women don't want a kid. But this happens
well, she
every day.
wanted the kid.
Okay, they think, yeah, but okay, come on. We can't judge. We can't judge from all. They were teenagers.
Anyway, all this to say is that one, I'm saying this now. I hope tomorrow I don't have to edit podcasts so I can listen to the book. I don't know if I will because I
Maybe
still
instead
have
of editing tonight, go to sleep listening to Michelle Williams, who I'm convinced, Oscar-winning Michelle Williams, is doing this audiobook for Britney because she wants this shit to be a movie so she could play Britney. Because who doesn't want to play Britney? Let's be real.
I'm with you.
And Michelle Williams is a great actress, by the way. If this is all hypothetical, guys, but she's a great actress. If she was playing Britney, she would be in it to win it. Britney can't play Britney. I low key went through her acting, her audition for The Notebook. Oh God, it was bad. Listen, Crossroads.
Hold on though, that was
Crossroads
long before.
has a special place in my heart. That movie, even her "I Love Rock and Roll" rendition, special place in my heart because it's Britney.
I forgot that she was in Crossroads. I totally forgot.
The fact that you even know Crossroads is still a movie, yes. But Michelle Williams will play her. She will not play herself. She cannot act. And she admitted she can't act. She says the method acting really screwed her up. And I think I understand that. It's not for everyone. Not everyone should be acting. But I saw her audition and then I saw the person who got it, which is Rachel McAdams, night and day. My God.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my thoughts and theory of why Michelle Williams doing this, unless they're like besties, which I don't think they are. But according to my friend Steven, he said the whole thing was really raw and emotional. And it was very interesting to hear her, to read her reaction about the Britney movement, the Free Britney, and that everyone from every angle used her as a cash cow. And that's his thoughts on what, I guess, her thoughts.
So heartbreaking.
And I said, so what was her reaction to the Free Britney movement? And he said that it really touched her, very grateful that it happened and it pulled her out of a really bad place. And this goes back to what I was saying on the podcast on Monday, Tuesday. Yes. Ooh, got my dates mixed up, guys. Yesterday's podcast, which is basically she needs a support system. She really does. And a support system that doesn't want anything from her. And at this point, everybody wants something from her. Even if it's a friend, they just want to be seen with her.
How would you know though, right? She's so big now that like, how would you know? She would need to be with somebody who's bigger, who is the same caliber as her. And that's harder to find.
Yeah, but who? Who's going to understand her and all of that and reach out to be her friend? You at this age, if somebody reached out to me and I needed a friend, you still have to build a foundation. You still have to have a history. I don't want any new friends right now. I said it to my friend who's listening, friends who are listening, who's trying to bring new friends into my life. I don't got the space for it, girl. I don't got the space.
I would listen. I don't know. I could only imagine how difficult this must be though for her. I don't know what it's like to be in those shoes, but I couldn't imagine trying to weed out people in your life, knowing that all they're ever going to want from you is a lifeline to the fame, the money. That must be so difficult. And then
it's all she's experienced, right? It's
right. Which is why I go back to saying, Jamie, Lynn, honey, I am literally, a piece of me is really cheering for you because I feel like I want you guys to work it out, because I think if anybody's going to have a fight in this game, it's going to be you, to be able to bond properly with your sister and who somewhat has a glimpse of knowing what that's like.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it's hard. It's hard because I want that too, but it's hard because Jamie Lynn did use her.
I know.
As a platform for her own book and her own resurgence of career.
And that breaks my heart too. Because
but you know what? If anyone can do it to you, it's your damn sister. Sisters be like that. Sisters can drag you to the ends of the earth and rip you apart, and you'll never forgive each other. And then all of a sudden you're back again.
Yeah.
A best friend can do it and you'll never get back.
No.
Sisters are different. Like you were saying, blood is different. There just is a different relationship with sisters. I'm lucky enough that I don't have that type of relationship with my sisters. I have a great relationship with both of my sisters. Apparently it's a jealousy thing in my family from someone who's not a sister in-law. Hate is going to hate.
Yeah.
That's it. But I know people who have had, I want to kill this person. I never want to be around them. I'm going to do everything to sabotage their life. And then all of a sudden they're besties again. Sisters be like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. What else is going on in the world? Ooh, I know.
Let me tell you, I sent this to Vera earlier this morning, fresh off the press from this morning. Tuesday morning, we got word that Kris Jenner said yes and is getting married to her longtime boyfriend, Corey something or other.
Gambler.
Thank you.
Okay. My thoughts.
Yeah. I love that I'm going to hear your thoughts because.
But why? But why? That's it. It's just those two words. But why, Kris Jenner?
Those are your words for Kris Jenner? You want to hear mine? Girl, ironclad, pretty it up.
Of course she will. Forget the prenup though. But why? Did he give you an ultimatum? Is he trying to walk out? Y'all been together for about a decade at this point.
She's 67. He's 50 something.
Yeah. Early 50s. Okay, yeah.
Maybe she likes the companionship and she likes the
How are we saying this is her? How are we saying this is her? How do we not know it's him?
Well, she said yes.
Or she said, okay, fine, we could do it. It's been 10 years. No offense to my boo, but we were together for a really long time before I was like, okay, I'm ready to go take the next step. And we were already like in the house and shit.
Go back to that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you say yes?
Because I read this messed up book. And in the book, the people were together for 20 years and he decided to cheat on her and got the girl pregnant. It was his best friend's daughter that they married to. So they had this like secret affair. She got pregnant and then he was like in denial about it. And then finally the baby literally was coming in the hospital and he had to tell her, even though she knew he already was having an affair and they were like in that companionship mode. He was like, yeah, I got to move out. I I'm in a relationship with this person and she's having a baby, so bye. But don't worry, keep everything. And then when the baby came and they had to do stuff, essentially he was like, yeah, you got to get the hell out of this apartment. I need to sell it because I need to buy a house. I need to do all these things for the kid because I don't have a choice. And she was like, but why? This is what we agree on this? And he was like, yeah, but my lawyer says we're not married, so get out. And I was like, Greg, I'll be damned if this happens to me. Also, if you are lying in a sick bed and these damn nurses refuse me in that room, or I don't have a right or say in your decision about what happens to you after we've been together all these years, or vice versa, I will kill all your family. No, I'm just kidding. It's just we
wanted some say, because really the intimate person who knows all the things about you, or the most intimate pieces of you want to say. So maybe, okay, maybe she wants him to have a say. Maybe he wants to have a say should anything happen. Or maybe it's because she wants to get married again. I don't know.
Or maybe he threatened to leave her and move on because he wanted to be with her for a long time. She keeps saying no. And he's like, what difference does it make? Let's just do it. I'll sign whatever. Remember, he was like a personal trainer or something. And it's not like he even personally trains all the girls. It's just her. And then they got together in a relationship and that was it, locked down. But he has been at her side all this entire decade for everything. He's a kept man, and nothing's wrong with that, because there are a lot of women who silently support their men and partners while their careers blow up and literally gets dragged everywhere they go.
Yeah.
And that's their support system. So he is her support system. If he walks and leaves, he's going to start over and do his own thing. Guy doesn't even have any kids or anything, but they're already together. They're already companions, but maybe he always wanted that marriage. Like, he's never had it and she's had it twice. Now a third time, maybe. I don't even think it's about the money, to be honest. He does need the money because he don't have a job, but he gave up his career for her to be in that situation. He did.
I'm not saying, girl, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that maybe she really, I think that Kris really wants this, truthfully. I think there's a piece of Kris who's a little bit of a romantic and likes that lifestyle.
What? I'm going to say the opposite.
I honestly do. Okay. I think that, and listen, it's, this, I think better than anybody I could probably describe this to, but you know this really well. Being a very high-powered woman, knowing that you can come home and feel like you're taken care of a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying he doesn't do that for her.
And maybe she needs it on paper.
Or maybe he needs it on paper because he's tired of being taken advantage of and I need to lock it down. But also, let's just think of, okay. Kris Jenner. I don't know this family, okay? I don't know this family. I don't want to judge them, but I love to talk about them. Okay. What if it's been a long time? They really loved having a wedding last year and all the drama it caused. And maybe it's time for another one for next season. Yeah. I'm just saying, freaking Khloe ain't getting married.
I am so glad you said that, because when I saw the announcement, I literally was like, this needs to be press. They're not getting enough traction. They need to create some form of drama and a show with a wedding.
They are getting so much traction because... They're getting so much traction because of the Kourtney Kim situation. Kourtney's about to have a baby. Oh my God, I got it. I bet you Kourtney's going to not do the show. And they're like, we need something for next season because Kourtney's out and we can't show the new baby and all the crap. Imagine if that happens.
Hold on, though. Do you honestly believe that do you think that's a Kourtney and Travis decision? Or is Kourtney just, I'm done with the show and I'm ready?
She's been done with the show for like 100 years.
Yeah, but she says that all the time and then comes back.
Okay. But now she's married to somebody new and now she's having a new baby. Things change. Maybe now I don't need to make this little side piece money because I got Travis's money. I don't know. I don't know how these people think, but maybe she wants to spend time with her baby and I never got to do this with my other kids because we were always on TV. I don't know. Maybe. Also, she probably needs a break from her damn sister. Her beautiful, successful, billionaire sister.
Which one?
Who knows? Both of them.
One? All of them?
All of them. Chloe's not a billionaire, but I bet you bitch could. I bet you she could. Chloe seems a type.
Oh yeah, soon. I
Chloe though. Chloe, I'm glad you didn't get married to what's his stupid face?
Travis.
Tristan Thompson.
Or Tristan, sorry.
But she would have had a baller wedding. She had Lamar.
Ugh, I never understood.
And Kylie's just F this. I don't need to get married. I'll just have everything. I'll have my cake and eat it too. And she is.
Kylie another couple of years. I think she's just not ready to get married yet. I think she's still.
No, but she'll pop out a few kids. That's the young thing. You pop out kids, you don't need to get married. Why commit? I'll just have the kids. So stupid. Anyway, I think Kourtney, my theory, and we could talk about this next season, is that Kourtney's out and this is the drama now that Corey's officially in the family now. Ooh, imagine.
Nobody works harder than Kris. I'm just girl, let's be real. Do you honestly believe she's not going to take a cut?
All I gotta say is she's not even going to be part of the Kardashian show. She's going to have the Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble mini special wedding, whatever.
Kris
blah,
Jenner
blah, blah.
doesn't necessarily need the show. Can I just say that for a second?
Remember when she had a talk show?
Oh,
did anyone listen to that? Exactly. She had a talk show and her first guest was her daughter. Yeah.
That's not as exciting.
Listen, whatever. Go Kris Jenner. You get your thing. I like Kris Jenner. I love everything about the family, but I also hate everything about that family.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I get all my news from you. Except randomly this happened to have popped up on my feed, which only goes to show the things that are now being transferred between the two of us back and forth. My algorithm on my Instagram and TikTok are just now real fast up.
Oh my God. I have 2 more tidbits of what's going on in the news. Did you know Ryan Reynolds 47?
Yeah, I did.
God damn. Men in their 40s be looking great.
Yeah.
Just saying. Maybe it's because I'm in my 40s. I don't know. I didn't think men in their 40s look great when I was younger, but also I think it's a different standard for men in their 40s now.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's the time, yo. That's the time. But anyway, he looks great. Walking around New York City with his wife, who had to bounce back.
Oh, she makes it so much harder for the rest of us. But
yeah, and then she goes online. Then she goes on social media posting her mac and cheese hack, which made me so freaking mad because she takes Kraft mac and cheese for her kids. But then let me tell you what this girl puts in her mac and cheese. Tell me if this is not real mac and cheese. But all you gotta do is boil the fucking macaroni and put this shit in, and it's mac and cheese. She puts in 3 types of cheeses, butter, and milk in her Kraft mac and cheese. Girl, you do not need the powder at that point. Literally boil the macaroni and do that exact same thing.
Yeah, without the powder is literally nothing.
The powder craft for your children. But this was like her hack. This was her hack for mac and cheese. Like, it's not a hack. That is mac and cheese. Got me mad. Anyway. Also drama. Let's talk about Pacey. What's his name? Pacey from Dawson's Creek. People who don't know who he is, but
he's
like,
getting divorced.
Yeah, he's getting divorced from Jodie, whatever her face, Turner Smith. But apparently the media was real slow, except for Britney, that they were like, oh, he was seen hugging Lupita Longo. I think that's her last name. The beautiful African. She was Wakanda Forever.
Oh my God, she was so gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And she's like a beautiful actress. She's an amazing actress, like award-winning. But he was hugging her. So the internet's, oh, he has a type, huh? And I'm like, bitches, please. She literally just broke up with her boyfriend because he cheated on her. It was all over her thing last week. They were in a group. And of course, the media snapped a picture of the 2 of them hugging.
Yeah.
And that's like the story to make his ex-wife jealous. Come on. Talk about reaching. Also, she's hella gorgeous. I don't care if you got a type. Go for
beautiful. It. She's
beautiful.
gorgeous. He likes his ethnic women.
But like he never did before, Pacey. It must have been something in that Dawson Creek water because they mad blonde. And
it looks endearing. I'm looking at the photos. It looks endearing. He looks like he's trying to talk to her. He's not looking like he's trying to make out with her.
But that's what the media is trying to stir something up because she's single now because the guy cheated on her. She was with this guy for a long time and he cheated on her and she kicked him to the curb. I love her.
She's so beautiful. Both the women that his ex-wife is gorgeous too.
She is, but like, there's something about Lupita, like the way she talks, the way she carries herself.
It's her charisma.
There's something so quietly and beautifully elegant about her that I don't think Jodie Turner-Smith has for me. I don't know if she tries too hard or something. I don't really know her very much. I actually don't even know what the hell she's in. But there's something just effortlessly elegant about Lupita.
I agree.
We talk about, I don't want to sleep with Lupita, but girl crush Lupita like all day long. I would take so many things from her and be her. I would spend a day with her. I feel like she's one of those people that I would feel like I got something out of just by being around her presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Her
mean,
and Angela Bassett. So maybe just the Wakanda Forever cast. I don't
Angela
know.
Bassett is so gorgeous.
Do
Oh,
you know that
I
show
aspire to be that beautiful.
911? I was watching that show 911 by accident the other day, and I was like, wait, Angela Bassett's in this? Peter
I didn't
Krause
know
is in
that.
this? Wait, Peter Krause is in this? I was like, wait a minute. Have I been sleeping on network TV? I have. So I started watching this and I'm like, hold up. Excuse me, network TV. Angela Bassett and Peter Krause from 6 Feet Under, and he's in a bunch of other stuff. You know him. They're in a relationship. They are a married couple in that show. And I was like, get the hell out of here. Where have I been? Where have I been?
Where have I been? I didn't know that.
Anyway, apparently it's canceled now after this. This is like the 6th season and they were canceled because it's too expensive of a show to put together.
After 6 seasons? They'd had a good run. 6 seasons is...
It's like $10 million an episode or something ridiculous, but it's a highly rated show on CBS or something like that.
Dang. That is hot.
Conversely speaking, since we're talking about Pacey, Joshua Jackson, I saw a little clip from Dawson's Creek and somebody was like, TikTok be coming for a man. TikTok be coming for everyone. They're like, look at the low budget Dawson's Creek. And they showed them being on snow, like walking on snow, like a Christmas episode. And legit, they couldn't afford snow. It was like white cloth that they were walking on or something. It was like so cheap and bad. But you couldn't tell me anything back in the day. I watched Dawson's Creek.
I liked Dawson's Creek. It was super cute.
Joey, man. Joey Potter or whatever her name was.
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened to Katie Holmes.
She married Tom Cruise and then fell off the face of the earth.
She married Tom Cruise and then actually had a name for herself.
Tom Cruise and
had a name for herself. Got divorced because he's all cultish, and then hooked up with Jamie Foxx for many years, and then that was it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her and Jamie Foxx.
Question: do you really think her and Tom Cruise did the dirty? I bet you never. I bet you never.
Are you saying that their child was artificially inseminated?
Girl, is that a question? I thought that's like...
You know what? I always have questions about the whole Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes thing because I thought the reason that he broke up with Nicole Kidman was because they couldn't have children. But then Nicole Kidman had a baby after they
just two kids, two kids with her husband Keith Urban at an older age, and they adopted kids. Tom Cruise's biological child is Katie Holmes's kid, Suri. Right. His other two children, Connor and I want to say Isabella, grown-ups now, they are adopted. They do not speak to their mom. They do not speak to Nicole Kidman at all. They are Scientologists and she is not. And so therefore.
Anytime though, can I just say though, one, I'm not a huge fan of Tom Cruise in general. I never got into the whole Mission Impossible thing, but I did love Top Gun, both of them.
First of all, Maverick, the beach scene. I am not that girl. I am not that girl. I don't do that.
Dear Mr. Miles Teller, feel free to divorce your wife and come find me.
I could chop your face off and I'd be all about the body, Miles. But look, on that beach scene, when there's a couple things about that beach scene. If you haven't seen Maverick, you need to see this scene. They're just playing football on the beach with the sun setting in their beautiful bodies. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen that much beautiful bodies together. One female clothed, she had a regular sweatpants and tank top. I appreciated that. It wasn't like the gratuitous half nudity from the female, but it was completely gratuitous male bodies that I like was all about. Oh my God. I was like, which body is better than who? Whose body is better than who? And then Tom Cruise came out and I was like, you cannot stand a candle, Mr. Tom Cruise. And then
you need to move out of the shot.
You need to move out the shot. But then I was like, but I'm not mad at you because you are competing with these youngins and you are like old as dirt. But you look damn good.
But he kept up. I was like,
his body
together. Oh,
yeah, that scene, bro. I watched Maverick a few times after that, and I was like, yep.
Yeah. So they shot. I don't know if you heard, but they shot that scene twice. They did it at the beginning of
only I was there,
and they shot it twice because they had prepped the guys so that they would like be very jacked up for it. So Miles Teller has gone on to say that they shot it at the beginning of the film, and then halfway through or something, they told him they had to reshoot again, and he was so pissed because he was like, "I beefed up for that I was ready to." And after that, we were done finishing shooting that scene. I dove into the sugar and candy, and he was like, "I was so upset to have to do that all over again." I was like, "Oh,
cry me a river with your millions, Miles Teller." That's like when Chris Pratt was on his diet and trying to get all like buff, and he would like make fun of it on TikTok and Instagram, and I would follow. I was like, oh shit, like he'd be like, look what I'm eating, it's like bunny food, and he would make fun of it. But you became jacked, and then that was your
I
lifestyle.
never
Like,
found Chris Pratt good looking, by the way. I don't understand.
I didn't say he was good looking, but I'm just saying his body went from a zero to a hero. Like literally, he was that funny guy in Community, and then he's saving people from dinosaurs and Star-Lord, a galaxy of Avenger. Come on.
So hold on, going back.
You can't be chubby McChub and be saving people across galaxies, girl. No. Disney don't be paying you that money. Disney do not be paying you that money, honey, for that. He had to stand next to Zoe Saldana, who is like naturally
so
svelte.
Beautiful. She is so beautiful.
But she has her 2 boys, and she's just naturally.
I didn't know she had kids.
Slender.
Girl,
yeah, she got her whole life going on.
Her
husband took her last name. Her husband took her last name.
Good for him. Good for him.
He's an artist type.
I love that.
I act like I know them. I don't know them.
We know. Mira's like, they're like my neighbors.
Ooh, actually, there's a show on Netflix, a movie that she did recently about her going to Italy and like falling in love with an artist and blah blah. And I'm like, is this
or something?
Yeah, but I was like, when I saw that preview, I was like, I didn't want to watch it. No, but I was like, is this your real life? Is this what happened?
Oh, no, it's based. Reese Witherspoon has a book club.
Yes, the book club that is free.
Genius ideas she's ever had. That's literally a well-kept, quote unquote, secret, but a marketing.
It's not a well-kept secret. She talked about it. Nobody's doing it though. I don't know why.
But it's based on a book from Reese Witherspoon's book club, which then she sold the rights to Netflix to create this. Girl, it was beautiful. We've talked about this. I schedule my cry days.
Oh God, how? My God.
That is one of the things, because a girlfriend had told me about it and she was like, don't watch it unless you do it with lots of Kleenex. And
wait, that movie is a cry movie?
Oh yeah.
Fine, I'll watch it.
It's not just a movie. It's 8 episodes, maybe 4 episodes. It's like a mini series.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's it's a cry. Like it's so beautiful.
Okay, I'll watch it and I'll let you know if I cry.
It is based on a true story. It is based on
just not her story. It's loosely her story. Maybe it resonated with her.
It is. She does a phenomenal job acting in it.
She's a great actress. She really is.
She's an amazing actress.
I liked her in Colombiana. Ooh. I like her when she's in those kick-ass movies, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Sorry for the random thoughts to our audience. Do you remember good old crunchy granola Jennifer Gardner, Ben Affleck's ex-wife?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know how she's all crunchy granola and like organic, and I'm like the mom. And
that's what crunchy granola protein? Okay, go on. Yes.
I don't know, like Vermont lady. And back in the day, she was in Alias, where she was kicking butt. And then she was in Peppermint, which is a movie about, again, she's an assassin kicking butt. And she just she was so typecast into those movies where she was just that almost action star, but like relatable for TV.
Okay, yeah.
And then nothing happened. I don't know. I feel like she never did the transition like Zoe Saldana, who is kicking butt as in Guardians of the Galaxy, and she's in Colombiana.
I wonder if she just got too big too fast and wasn't able to like Zoe had a trajectory with her career.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but she's still doing something like from scratch, but also in the next movie, it's kicking butt in Avengers. That's pretty awesome.
She's an Avatar too.
She's an Avatar, of course. The girl got her business going on.
Yeah, she's smart.
Sometimes it takes a while.
You know what I loved her most in? The one with Ashton Kutcher, and she goes home to meet the parents. Bernie Mac is in it.
Oh, wait. This is ringing a bell. And it's her boyfriend, and he's white or something.
He's white.
And Bernie Mac don't play. Oh, what is this movie? I feel like it just came across recently. And
I'm trying to think, like, I can picture the movie scenes in my head. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I loved her in that movie.
I feel like there was another movie that was just like this recently, and they went to the Hamptons, and it was with like famous actors, and I can't remember it. I just watched it. It's not that recent, but I recently watched it. Why am I watching crap movies like this? Oh, speaking of movies where white guys get typecast. Sorry. There's a new show also on network TV because I watched TV for the first time in a while this past week. And it is, did you ever watch Shameless?
No, I've
Oh,
heard good things, but I haven't
God,
watched
you
it.
need to just watch the first episode and let me know if you're not hooked. The first episode. But in Shameless, there was this neighbor, this couple, it's a black and white couple, and they're always like having sex everywhere and they're crazy and they have big roles in the show as it goes on. But the oldest daughter in Shameless and the woman is their best friends. And so her name is V. So anyway, so when Shameless ended, he ended up being in True Lies on whatever station, ABC or something. And now her show came out quietly because of the writer's strike, but it's out. And I just saw the couple episodes of it and I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to watch every single episode that's out, which is 3 episodes, because it was very good. The premise of it is that she was kidnapped and when she was younger, and then the kidnapper ended up bringing in a little girl to keep her company. And then she ended up escaping with the little girl because of the little girl and for the little girl. And all these years later, like 20 years later, she has an agency where she finds missing people of color.
The show is called Found.
It's a beautiful show.
Anyway,
my point is, the reason I'm talking about it is because who is her kidnapper, guys? Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris. And he was in Mixed-ish as well. And I really loved him in Mixed-ish when he was married to Tiki Sumter.
He's her kidnapper. He plays her kidnapper. I don't know if I'd watch this.
Yo, when I saw the ending of an episode and I was like, wait a minute, is that Mark Paul Gosselaar? And then I watched the premise and I was like, oh, rewind. Let me go to the first episode because I'm watching you, Mark Paul Gosselaar. I will give this a chance. But I love that she's okay. First of all,
our age didn't fall in love with Zach Morris.
But he's like serious in it and he's like really good. He's not like I don't know much about it because it's like 3 episodes, but he didn't abuse her or anything like that. So I still love you, Mark Paul Gosselaar. But yeah, I won't tell you anything about it more than that, but it was very good. And so he was in Mixed-ish, which I thought was hilarious with Tiki Sumter. And now he's in this one with girl's name who I don't know, but I really liked it.
Wow, crazy. So fun fact about Mark Paul Gosselaar that you probably didn't know.
Did you date him?
God, I wish. Girl, trust me.
If you dated Mark Paul Gosselaar back in the day, how many girls do you think dated Mark Paul Gosselaar and in their head they kept thinking Zach Morris? Let's be real. You know he had to dye his hair.
I still do that. Did you know that he is half Japanese?
Half?
They made him dye his hair.
No, I know they made him dye his hair, but he's half?
First Saved by the Bell, he's half. Oh. I don't think he's I'm checking out his Wikipedia page, but I'm pretty sure he's only half. Cool. Yeah. He's half Japanese.
Speak it.
I don't know, but I was mad that they made him dye his hair.
Why?
For Saved by the Bell. They made him blonde.
Why?
Because they wanted him to look quote unquote white.
I don't think that's why. That hair color and that character made sense with a California vibe. Come on. I have a hard time watching him with his dark hair right now, still all these years later. But I don't feel any kind of way. They be telling girls to do all kinds of stuff to their bodies and their hair for a show. So he could dye his hair and call it a day. He could shave his head and nobody would care. It grows right back. It's just hair.
Anyways, when I found that out, I was like, that's cool that you're like half Japanese. But man, I'm telling you, he's still my Zach Morris.
Oh, I know. He's such a good Zach Morris.
I know.
Did you see the reboot on Peacock?
Yes.
Of course I did. I thought it was so terrible, but then I was like, let me assume that it's terrible and let it be for what it is, that it's not Saved by the Bell. And then I enjoyed it and I thought it was hilarious. But not like they should do 100 seasons. But I like that they were making fun of themselves a lot. Meanwhile, Tiffany Amber Thiessen spotted at Bethany Frankel's party last weekend. And Jenny Garth was there, and they got beef from Melrose Place back in the day. So apparently they squashed their beef, but I don't believe it because in the picture of all the guests who was very star-studded, Jenny Garth is on one side and Tiffany Amber Thiessen's on the other. So Kelly, I don't know, Kelly. Two Kellys trying to compete. Kelly and Kelly.
A Kelly fan? I mean,
which Kelly? Kelly from 90210 or Kelly from Saved by the Bell? Well, they weren't each other's fans in Melrose Place, so whatever.
I love Lisa.
Well, Lisa wasn't on the show because we all know what happened with Lisa. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Wow, Meera, quite the whirlwind you took us on.
Sorry, guys. That's what you get today. Happy Wednesday.
Can you go back for a second, though? to the Marvels because I was having this conversation. So the Marvels is dropping, the new movie, the Marvels is dropping.
Okay, how do we feel about this? Because I did watch the series with that little girl.
I didn't watch the series with that little girl.
Yeah. So okay, obviously Miss Marvel, Brie Larson. And the series is on Disney Plus, and it's about this girl that she's a big, huge Miss Marvel fan. Then somehow she gets magical powers because of these bracelets, ancient bracelets that she had from her grandma. And it's in her lineage. She's Indian. And it dates all the way back to when India was dividing into India and Pakistan. And all of these people were displaced and murdered and shipped into different parts of the country because they had to move from that part that divided that border, right? The Muslims and the Hindus and whatnot. You learn a lot of history there and that I didn't know. And I really love that part of it, but I couldn't get on board with the girl because she was like a preteen or 13 or what. I don't know. And I was just like, you too hot mess for me. And when I saw Miss Marvel was coming out, or the Marvels were coming out, I was like, oh my God, you're in it? You're in a movie? What? And I know she's going to be the comedic whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not sure how I feel. Look, I'm going to watch it. Let's be real. I'm going to watch it because I'm a dork, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. Fair. And then also I somehow missed how her best friend became a superhero. I don't think I remembered that part. So I got to do some backtracking a little bit.
Fair.
Do you remember how that happened? I don't remember how that happened.
No. I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
I know in the comics it happens, but I don't remember at the end of the Miss Marvel movie that the Black girl, her best friend, that happened to. I don't remember how she became a superhero. I have to watch that part again.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know where I'm going to watch it. The movie theater close to me is closing down, and it's the last one in my area. So I have to drive across the bridge now.
There's so many. I need to make time to go to the movies. I'm also craving like movie popcorn like nobody's business lately. I don't know what's going on with me.
I'm a hard pass on that. And I'm a hard pass on the movie popcorn and take my Smart Food cheddar popcorn. I could douse that whole bag.
I never liked that stuff.
Good. I won't share. It works out. I
was like, good, I'll have to share.
Yeah, I hate sharing it.
Okay, so going back to the Marvels for a second, because I saw the ad come in, and I was having a talk with my girlfriends about this while we were at dinner eating, and the Marvels thing came up, and then which also led into a discussion about the Chris's, because there's so like Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Evans, because there's a lot of beautiful Chris's in the world. So I made a comment because you know how much I love stirring the pot. I made a comment being like, I don't understand the appeal with Chris Pratt, and I refuse to just put him in the same caliber as Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, which also just created a riot because they would.
Oh, did it?
Oh yeah, like 2 of my girlfriends were ready to like choke hold a bitch.
Give me a break. Were they into him when he was Chubby McChubster? No, they were not. Shut up. He markedly got less funny as he got buff. Like, fact. The only hot guy.
McChubster, Jesus, girl, I can't hear anything.
Okay, fine. Maybe we don't do clips of that because it could be offensive to people. I'm sorry. But the only hot comedian out there right now is what's his stupid face from Wild 'N Out that's got all buff and he's like on the circuit and his tickets are like $500. Mike or Matt, I got to find his name. I follow him.
Matt Rife?
Yeah. He's the only good-looking buff guy that's doing comedy. Everybody who does comedy, can't be hot.
Apparently, though, Matt Rife's on stage is not very good.
I'm sure because half of his shtick is like making fun of people in the audience.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's just not able to get the same shtick. Anyways, regardless, whatever. I don't know. All my girlfriends were coming at me. I shouldn't say all. There was only 4 of us there. One of my other girlfriends was totally on my side, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm with you. I never got the appeal with."
Ask them. You were like
I literally just said I don't understand the appeal with Chris Pratt. Listen, and maybe some girls do. I don't know, but if I'm going to put the Chris's of the world on the stage of hot men, Chris Pratt wouldn't be one of them.
When he was with Anna Faris, ain't nobody was talking about how hot he was. They were talking about how funny he was. Come on. And then all of a sudden he got his stuff a little bit together. Then he was with the Schwarzenegger chick. And then he's, whoa, I'm going to be a mega superhero, because my father-in-law is also a superhero.
I
But
think he's funny.
of course he's
The
funny.
last
But
time
I'm
I saw him
saying,
was what, Love and Thunder with Chris Hemsworth. And I think he is funny. I mean, I think he makes a funny face. I think he's got comical lines. I don't think that he's good looking. If I were to,
he's not.
and not that I'm a judge of hot men.
But like, why can't we be?
That's exactly
They
what
judge
I was about
us.
to
Why
say.
can't we be?
That's exactly what I was about to say. So anyways, I'm just saying my little piece in regards to, I didn't think that Chris Pratt should be in the same caliber as Chris Hemsworth.
All right. Okay, real quick. What's your top 5 hottest guys? I gave you 5. That's very generous.
I know. This is like Sophie's choice.
Ooh. Not exactly.
In no particular order.
No particular order. Who's like hot for you?
Chris Evans.
Okay.
I have a type. You'll figure this out pretty quickly. Chris Evans.
I already know it. I've seen the type. Although you put Idris in there, that it blows the type out of the
Idris
water.
wouldn't make this list. I do think he's good looking, but he wouldn't make
After all of that, he's not making top 5.
Listen, it's still Idris Elba.
But yet he's not in your top 5. I don't want to hear another word about him.
All right, fine. Chris Evans for sure. Miles Teller. Love
the mustache or without the
Oh,
mustache?
yeah, no, it doesn't even matter. I normally I wouldn't do the pedo stash. But first I was like, now I'm like, okay. I would prefer it not, but I would accept it.
All right, Rooster.
All right, Rooster. Who's the one who plays Goose? What's his name?
The dad?
Not Goose. Who's the guy who like saves the day in Maverick? Oh dear God. What's his name?
Tom Cruise?
No, he saves Tom Cruise.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Glenn Powell.
Oh, okay. He's on your list?
Hangman. He's on my list. Chris Hemsworth.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one. But if I had to pick between Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans, for sure, Chris Evans. Hugh Jackman.
What about Chris Pine?
No.
So you said Chris Evans, Glenn Powell, Miles Teller, Hugh Jackman. He's like the dad of all of them, but okay. And then Chris Hemsworth?
I would call him daddy.
I'm just going to leave that right there. Ew. Oh,
you know, the thing was super hot back in the day, and I haven't seen him in effing ages. Richard Gere.
Because he's old as dirt. And he's an old, skinny, white dude with white hair. He ain't looking cute right now. But old school Richard Gere, okay, yeah.
Old school Richard Gere. Like back in the day of like Pretty Woman. Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I know. It's pretty basic, man.
Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds for sure.
Okay, you just named like 100. It was more than 5. And I was very generous with the 5.
You asked me about Sophie's choice, okay? I told you before when we started this. I was like, this feels like Sophie's choice.
Ryan Reynolds has that attitude that's attractive.
It's his charisma, it's the way he talks. It's the way that I feel like he talks about his wife. It's just all of it. It's very sexy. Why would he be on your top 5?
You like him because he likes his wife, huh? Okay.
Doesn't every girl want to be a little?
Well, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Ryan Reynolds. Who else was on your list? Miles Teller. Four of them.
And Glenn Powell.
They're all married, happily married. Is Glenn Powell married? I don't even know.
Yes, I believe he is. Hold on.
But the only one who's now not happily married, but after 100 years, is Hugh Jackman.
Oh, Glenn Powell's not married.
No, he's not married. Oh, he was just seen with, what's her name, Sweeney. He was with Gigi.
Oh, really?
Hadid, and he was with that Sweeney girl, the like hottie girl from.
Oh yeah, Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. They were doing something together. They were both like gorgeously hot on a boat, even though they weren't in a relationship. And you're like, you want them to be in a relationship. It's like hot and hot. Like, all righty, all right. I got your list. I got it. Okay. I don't know if I have 5, but if I happen to be in Hollywood, who would I lose my tongue over and I wouldn't know what to say is how I would judge it. Michael B. Jordan, I would not know what to say to dude. I really would not.
Fair.
100%. I would just be like, I don't know what I would say.
Very good looking.
From what he was in Friday Night Lights to now, plus the confidence and the narcissistic tendencies. Hell yeah. Okay. Like he's doing his thing and I'm proud of it and I like it. Who else is mega hot for me? Let me think. Oh God, I might need help on this one. I'm not a big Hollywood hottie thing. Ew, no. Ew, I don't even know. Who's like leading men in Hollywood now?
Hold on, I'm looking it up for you.
Brad and George are old. I'd hang out with them, but I wouldn't be into them.
Hugh Jackman, George Clooney.
I wouldn't be into it. I wouldn't be into it.
Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe if he just shut his mouth and just went to town. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Bradley Cooper.
No.
Channing Tatum.
Absolutely not.
Henry Cavill.
Who? Oh, Superman. Oh, Witcher. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. If he was Witcher, but not Superman. Depends on what role he's playing.
Fair. I'll agree to that. Because him as Superman, I was like, I'm having a hard time making
God. Yeah, no.
I don't know why. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Absolutely not.
Brad Pitt.
Nope. I'd be friends with him, though. I think I would hang out with him a lot.
I feel like he'd be a really fun person.
Yeah. And he doesn't drink anymore, right? So I feel like that would be even better.
Ryan Gosling.
Hey, girl.
I would hang out with him to be with his wife because she's gorgeous.
Nah, pass.
I think Eva Mendes is beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous, but pass.
Zac Efron.
Pre-Botox or post? Big difference.
It would be now.
No.
Idris Elba.
I'd totally consider it. But to reiterate my words at the beginning of the podcast a month ago, I would not be dropping panties. But
Robert Pattinson.
Ew.
Yeah, I never understand that appeal. I don't get it. I've tried. It's not a thing.
God, have we seen his Batman? Don't see it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, please.
I also have no desire to see it.
He's not as bad as I thought he would be, but also no.
Good to know. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but he's gay. And short, real short.
Girl, I love that you're like, but I'm like 5'11". Baby girl, I hate to break this to you, but aren't you like 5'6"?
Yes. So is he. And you guys lie about their age.
He's 5'10".
That's bullshit. He's like 5'6". He lies about his age just like every other guy.
His height, you mean? He lies about his height. All right.
And
I wouldn't know. Orlando Bloom.
Ew, no. I'm not into any of these guys.
David Beckham.
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I hope not.
No. But like
shower.
Prince of oh yeah. Ew, yeah. Ooh.
Johnny Depp.
Back in the day. Johnny Depp.
Not now, right?
My ex-wife poops in my bed, Johnny Depp.
Okay. Matthew McConaughey.
No.
Oh, for sure, Matthew McConaughey.
None of the guys from Magic Mike.
Joe?
No.
Oh.
I didn't like him in it. It grossed me out a little bit.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey. Hell no.
I know you don't like Justin Timberlake, so he wouldn't be your thing.
If Tom Holland was older and taller.
Oh my God, Tom Holland is so cute.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
But if he was older and taller.
Do you think him and Zendaya will get married?
I hope so. And I hope nobody knows about it until they're good and ready and they're having a baby.
I know.
They're super cute together. I'm like really into it.
Cute together.
Where did this podcast episode go? It's literally like two different podcast episodes, I feel. I think it's two different episodes.
Hold on. Pharrell Williams?
Nah.
Tom Hardy?
I seem like dirty kind of. Oh, maybe.
Hugh Jackman?
You said that already. No.
So good looking.
Yeah, you said it. He's been brought up 3 times now.
All right.
Nope.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Ew. Pass.
Fair.
Maybe my tastes are more international.
Should we look up Bollywood men?
Nah. Because I would say
Taylor
no to all
Lautner?
of those guys. Who?
Taylor Lautner?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, we're done. I got 2.
Joshua Jackson?
Joshua Jackson. Who's that again? Wait, Pacey? You didn't ask me if I wanted Dawson Creek's Pacey.
I just threw him in because I remembered our conversation
Ew.
earlier.
Absolutely not.
Bad,
half bad looking. I bet you if Pacey, oh God, what's his real name? Joshua Jackson. If Joshua Jackson actually worked out and became like Hottie McHottie, maybe.
You could be funny now.
Maybe. I think if Pacey worked out, I might consider it.
Hold on. While we're on the subject of hot men, would you date a guy who wasn't as good looking as you would normally date because he had a great
all the time. All the time.
You didn't even let me finish.
I could give 2 shits about the person, about the looks.
Because that fades.
When you start getting attracted to someone internally, they outwardly look beautiful.
Yeah, agree.
You can put the most handsomest man in front of me and I could acknowledge that he is really beautiful and I would not really have a desire to do anything. It's a personality thing for me.
Yeah, I agree.
The intelligence for me is a big turn on.
Mm-hmm. Maya Angelou said it best. People are not going to remember what you look like or what you wore. They'll always remember how you made them feel.
But they do remember what you wear and what you look like.
All right.
Says Meera Hardin. Says Meera Hardin, not Maya. But on that note, we should end this episode of Woken Pretty. Thank you for joining us on our very much a novel episode. Maybe we'll break it up in 2. I don't know, because we took y'all on a journey here. So maybe you're here for it. Maybe you're here for it. Don't know if you listened through the whole thing, but clearly
I might just keep it the way it is.
As you can tell, we were rambling today, but that's okay. If you found some fun moments in this episode, make sure you share it with someone you care about and share the love, and follow us on Woke Pretty Podcast on social media. And of course, drop us a note if you are so inclined. We would love to hear from you. And before you do anything, make sure you rate us on Apple and Spotify. We'd love the 5 stars. Thank you so much. It helps us out. Until tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.